He was in a hot stretch in practice, threw 2 touchdown passes, and he flashed up 2 fingers in the direction of Matt Judon, the veteran outside linebacker, almost as if to tell him, I just threw 2 touchdown passes on you. I looked at a fellow reporter and I said, is that Mac Jones talking trash to one of the Patriots' top defensive players? Showed his commitment, his confidence is growing on the field.
Showed some edge, too. Okay, so what are teammates saying about Mac Jones?
Well, Judon, I think, appreciated the trash talk. He sort of delivered it right back to him and said, you know, Mac's a good quarterback. He's reading things well, and he's learning when to be assertive. And then there was tight end Jonnu Smith. He said you could tell that Mac is getting more comfortable and settling in. And longtime captain Matthew Slater said that you really have seen him earn the respect of all the players in the locker room by the way he's gone about his craft. It's a big day, Ryan. The Giants are here for joint practices. Big opportunity for Mac Jones.
Big opportunity indeed. Mike Reiss, always a pleasure. You do a great job. Thank you so much. Let's bring in our team back. And Jeff, I'll start with you. You know, in some ways, I think it feels unfair for Cam Newton because, you know, he's in this situation. He's in the protocol. This gives Mac Jones a chance. What do you make of this situation that you're seeing in New England?
Life ain't fair. That's the bottom line. In NFL, it ain't fair either. So when you get your chance, you grab a hold of that thing and you don't let go. That's the opportunity Mac Jones has been given. Listen, I had a guy had an emergency appendectomy a Saturday night before we were going to go play the Philadelphia Eagles. I got my chance to play guard. I never looked back, man. Ended up going back and forth at guard and then starting at center the next year. It don't matter. Like, nobody cares about why you're out, what the problem is. Mac Jones' opportunity, he needs to seize it, show everybody he can take these reps throughout the week, show up against the Giants and prove himself. And to the credit of Matthew Slater, whoever said it, he's earning the respect, and you continue to earn that respect by what you do in practice, the way that you handle yourself. I love the trash talk, all that thing. But at the end of the day, he's earning respect by stacking day after day of good practice, and that's exactly what Bill Belichick is looking for if he wants to be the #1 QB.
And, Robert, I think a lot of people talk about now, okay, Mac Jones is getting the reps now. The preseason game is going to be big for him. But for you, you talked in the meeting earlier before the show that that's not even the biggest factor, whether Mac Jones starts in the preseason game coming up.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you talk about who? Mac Jones. I think he's
I got it, Robert. I got it.
That was great. I appreciate it. I was teammates with Matt Judon for 3 years. And if he's out there talking trash with the guy and he's backing up what he's saying, that means a lot because Judon's seen it. He knows what it looks like. He knows what it takes to win big-time games in the NFL. So for Mac Jones, it's not the preseason game that's the most important thing. It's what Mike Reiss talked about, the practice, right? The Patriots are getting a look at what it would be like without Cam Newton there for the foreseeable future. So, yes, Cam has played great in the preseason, but Mac Jones is giving them a glimpse of what the future is going to look like. And if he's walking out there and playing with swagger just like he did at Alabama when he got his opportunity, Bill Belichick, we all know he's okay to do a Wally Pipp story. He did it to Drew Bledsoe, and he talked about it, Wes Welker about it when Julian Edelman was balling out in the preseason. So we know this is right down the alley for Bill Belichick, so we'll see what happens.
So if you think about it that way, Kimberly, how might this affect Mac Jones' timeline to become the starter?
Well, I think what the guys are saying is true. Now, I don't think this will necessarily, like in 3 days or 2 days, Mac Jones can do enough to plant his flag in the field and say, this is my team week 1. But it could speed up when we see him on the field. Like, I think Cam Newton gives the Patriots an added dimension that Mac doesn't have. But if he, whether it's against this Giants defense or in the preseason game, if he plays well and gives his teammates more confidence in him, which it sounds like they already have confidence in him, the coaching staff might say, okay, we can trust our offense in his hands.
Wow, imagine that. And all because of a situation that seemed more like a misunderstanding with the COVID protocol with Cam Newton. But
Jeff Saturday doesn't care about misunderstanding.
Life is not fair, says Jeff Saturday. That's a lesson learned.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.